Hello, everybody, and welcome back to AIdol. Sorry if I sound bleh during this video. I have been feeling bleh all day. So, it is the day after the convention. Hana has the tablet. What's gonna happen next? We shall see. Scandal. Lyriq's darling daughter, android poster girl Yuko, malfunctions on stage at local event. This is the headline that greets Himura Kazuki as he sits down to breakfast that Monday morning. He sighs, shaking his head. He'll give the overenthusiastic reporter marks for the alliteration, but why are there so many exclamation marks? They could sound a bit less cheerful about the whole thing. Well, that's just how the saying goes. One man's misfortune is another man's gain. Kazuki knows the meaning of that better than anybody. Oh, honey, how much rice do you want? As much as you can fit into the bowl. So true, dude. That's what I like to hear. Itsuki hums under her breath as she ladles the rice out of the cooker with the scoop. Are you hungry this morning? Not really, but I'll need some stamina. Today's going to be tough. The headline splashed on the front of the newspaper says as much. Scandal. The word, punctuated with an exclamation point, exclamation points are scattered through the article like head lice, jumps out at Kazuki. He winces. At least he doesn't work in the PR team. Here you go, honey. As much rice as you could hope for. Itsuki sets the bowl of rice on the table before her husband beside a series of side dishes. Pickled plums and steamed... I actually don't know how that's pronounced. Sauri? I know it's a kind of fish. It looks delicious. Itsuki's cooking always is. She used to own her own restaurant. That was how Itsuki and Kazuki met. Itsuki had no desire to be a stay-at-home mother. She was a career-oriented woman through and through who wanted to share her culinary passions with the rest of the world. She was good at her job, too. Her restaurant was popular. And then she had Ray. I just think it seems unfair. Itsuki frowns, arms folded. She's still holding the scoop with her right hand, and she smells faintly of fluffy white rice. You've been working overtime during the weekend, and you still have to go into the office? You haven't had a single day off. I know, but it's an emergency. Yes, I saw the headlines. The headlines? What's wrong, Papa? Did something happen? Well, there was a bit of a problem at the AIdol Fest yesterday. During Aiko's concert? That's right. There was a problem with her. Didn't you say you'd run into a few problems with her already? Aiko's been a bit unstable for a while. We thought it could be resolved easily, but... It wasn't? No. She malfunctioned on stage. She took the power out with her, too. The stage went black for a good 20 minutes. Oh no. I hope nobody got hurt. The PR team tried to control the damage as best as they could. They did a good job, too, considering they were a few staff members short. Was Hideki there? Yeah, Hideki was there. You met him when you went to the handshake event, didn't you? He's always nice to me. I like him. And I love you, Ray. That's why I want you to eat much, much more so you'll grow up big and strong. I'll be fine, Mom. You're skinny as a starling and there's plenty more rice to go around. Well, if it will make you happy. You're such a good girl, Ray. Itsuki takes Ray's bowl and deposits another scoop of warm, white rice on top of the remnants from Ray's first helping. When Itsuki sets the table, she always makes sure Ray uses the same bowl. It's ceramic with tiny little blue birds dancing about the edge. The design was inspired by the popular children's story, The Bluebird of Happiness. The design of the bowl doesn't matter that much, given Ray can't see it, but she's used the same bowl ever since she was 5 years old. Her hands are accustomed to its shape, size, and texture. Replacing her tableware would probably unsettle her. I wish I could have performed at the Idol Fest. Oh, Ray, we talked about this yesterday. I know. You can be an idol if you want, but there are certain precautions in place, or there need to be certain precautions in place. Planning and preparation. Your father and I wish we could let you perform more, honey, but as it is, my safety comes first. I understand. If you do, make sure to eat up all your breakfast. Yes, Mother. Ray nods and picks up her chopsticks again, but she doesn't have much of an appetite. Not since she heard about that headline. Even if you'd been booked to sing at the Idol Fest, Ray, you wouldn't have been able to, not after what happened to Aiko. What about Yuko? Didn't she get a chance to perform her set? Yuko, the rookie idol? The girl with all the makeup. She was at the handshake event with me. Ah, yes. Kazuki nods. He doesn't know the name of every single rookie idol associated with Lyriq, but he does know Yuko. Brown hair, brown eyes. Does she have brown eyes? I thought her eyes were like pink or purple or something like that. Fiery personality. She's always been nice to Ray. Yuko took Ray under her wing, so to speak, though Ray's been in the industry longer and is vastly more popular. No, she didn't get to perform. That's too bad, and she was so looking forward to it too. I'm sure there'll be other concerts, honey. I know, but... Ray chews on her rice thoughtfully. Her eyes are downcast. Her long lashes flutter. What about Aiko? Will she be alright? Not if I can help it. For a few moments, this thought flashes mutinously through Kazuki's head. What? Hello? But one glance at the newspaper is enough to dispel it. The damage has already been done. Aiko's out of commission. She'll never work properly ever again. But Kazuki doesn't say that. Or wait. Okay, yeah, I did understand that, right? The truth would break Ray's heart. All he can do is pick at his fish, though the smell of cooked fish is starting to make his stomach churn, and respond with a lackluster, "We'll see, honey. We'll see." Well, she won't. This is the headline that greets me when I sit down to breakfast on Monday morning. I can't believe it. Oh, that's a cute outfit. I grip the paper, my fingers trembling. The black and white print crumbles beneath my fingers. I'm seething. How could the papers be so cruel and callous? Why are there so many exclamation points? I scan through the article quickly, but I'm so enraged the words blur together. I can't take any of it in. Oh dear. Mom glances between me and the newspaper and me, with a concerned look on her face. I thought this would upset you when I saw it in the paper. Of course I'm upset. This... I throw the newspaper down with disgust, as though it's diseased. It flaps through the air like an oversized butterfly and lands on top of my bowl of miso soup. This is disgusting. It's slanderous. It's absolutely unacceptable. I know, honey, I know. Why do they sound so happy? It's like they wanted this to happen. Well, that's what reporters do. They report. If they can't, they'll lose their jobs. So they're glad when misfortune happens to others because it gives them something to write about? Well, you know the saying. Mom plucks the newspaper from my bowl of soup and sets it to one side. One man's misfortune is another's advantage. Disgusting. I clench my fingers into fists. I won't accept this. I can't accept this. You don't need to, sweetie, but would you mind accepting the breakfast I made you? It might calm you down. Yeah, thanks, Mom. I sigh and take my seat at the table. The legs of the chair screech against the floor. There's no sense getting mad now. It isn't Mom's fault. She didn't do anything wrong. I guess I'm a little more antsy than usual. I was so busy running that mysterious syllable through my head last night. You. I was unable to get any sleep. And I'm still no closer to solving the mystery. What does it mean? Just who is you? So, is it good? I was so immersed in my thoughts, I didn't realize I'd already consumed half my bowl of soup. I don't know if it's possible to eat angrily, but if it is, I could probably win a gold medal in it. The tabletop is flecked with drops of moisture and my cheeks are sticky. I wipe my mouth with the back of my hand, blushing guiltily. How ladylike. Sorry, Mom. I didn't realize what I was doing. It's alright, sweetie. I can tell you have a lot on your mind. Why didn't you tell me about Yuko yesterday? It must have caused quite the scene. It did. I didn't want to talk about it. It was complicated. I still don't know how I feel. I just hope Yuko will be alright. Me too. But there's no sense in simply hoping. I can't stand by idly, waiting for things to work themselves out. I have to take action. I need to find Yuko's programmer. He's the only one who can help her now. You. Where are you? They could be anywhere. They could be anyone. Oh, Hana. What? I didn't know you'd run into Yuko at your convention. You should have told me. Yuko? Yes, Yuko. She went to Jomon with you. Nadeshiko's daughter? I know who Yuko is, but why are you bringing her up now? After everything that's happened with Yuko is the last thing on my mind. Nadeshiko called me yesterday. She wanted to have tea with me at a new cafe this weekend. While we were chatting, she started talking about her daughter. You like Yuko, don't you, Hana? She's a sweet girl. I've never really spoken to her. But Yuko seems to like you. She was very excited when she told Nadeshiko she'd seen you at the weekend. Was she really? She seemed pretty excited when she ran into me, but I thought maybe she was just being polite. Yuko's cool and stylish. Her hair is glossy and straight, and her makeup is perfect. Plus, she's training to be an idol. We have absolutely nothing in common. Yes, really. Don't look so shocked. You'll let in flies if you gawp like that. Sorry. I blush. I didn't realize my mouth was hanging open quite so comically. I know you feel upset about this Yuko business, Hana, but maybe you should pay Yuko a visit. It might take your mind off things. But I don't even know where she lives. I've never been to her house before. I can give you the address. That's kind of you, but I wouldn't want to intrude. Nonsense! I think it'd be good for you to get out of the house. It's a lovely day. It might be a lovely day, with a bright blue sky and a warm, summery sun, but I can't think about things like that right now. I need to solve the mystery before it's too late. Just who is you? Who do I know with a U in their name? Hana. I don't think Yuko is related to you, but Yuko is a Lyriq employee. She's been there since last October, if I remember rightly. Though it's a long shot, there's a chance Yuko might know who Aiko's old programmer is. And even if she doesn't, Mom's right. I do need to get out of the house. If I stay here, I'll go crazy. Should I visit Yuko? Yeah, let's go. Alright, it's the closest thing we have to a lead. I push my bowl of miso soup to one side. I guess it wouldn't hurt to pay Yuko a visit. How lovely. I'll phone Nadeshiko and let her know. But what if they're busy? It is Monday. Yuko might be at work. Yuko was working at the convention center all weekend. She's probably at home relaxing. Trying to relax anyway. I'm sure Lyriq will be in quite a state right now. Mom glances at the newspaper. I'm sure Yuko's just as worried about Aiko as you are. Seeing you might cheer her up. I hope so. I don't know. But Yuko is the best lead I have right now. Exactly. Why wouldn't you take it? I look at the floor, fidgeting awkwardly. My hair falls in front of my eyes, but I don't bother brushing it away. I can't. I'm so nervous I've practically turned into a stone statue, like one of the heads on Easter Island. You have a nice bedroom, Yuko. Yeah, see, her eyes aren't brown, they're pink. How can you say that, dummy, when you're staring at the carpet? That is one hell of a manga collection over there. I'm assuming it's manga. Well, you have a nice carpet then. You're funny, Hana. I am? Also, I would describe her hair as closer to blonde than brown, but whatever. Yeah, you could be like a comedian. I'm not sure if Yuko means it as a compliment or not. I don't know how to respond. When I dare to peek up at Yuko's face, however, I see that she's smiling. So she didn't mean it maliciously after all. Thank you. It's no problem. Yuko looks like the sort of girl you'd want to avoid. She wears revealing clothes, covers her face in makeup, and even smokes. Her room, though distinctly girlish, smells faintly of cigarette smoke. I wonder if her mother minds. I'm sure if her employers at Lyriq find out, they'd mind. Idols aren't supposed to smoke. Yuko didn't get very good grades at school, she talked back to the teachers, and she was always getting detentions. Mr. Kosugi, in particular, hated her. He still references her in class sometimes. Don't act like Miss Saejima if you know what's good for you. Though it's been a couple of years since Yuko graduated. But Yuko, despite her foibles, really is a nice person. I wonder why I didn't talk to you more when we were at school, Hana. Our moms are like best friends. Maybe it's because you're older than me. Maybe. When you're in high school, it's largely considered uncool to hang out with kids younger than you. Yuko, who was very popular at school, had no reason to talk to me. She had more friends than she knew what to do with. I, meanwhile, I was always too shy. Yuko was surrounded by people, and I had no idea how to approach her. I didn't really want to either. Hey, Hana. What? You should eat some of the cookies my mom made. They're pretty good. Thank you. I take a cookie from the rose-patterned plate lying on Yuko's bed. The cookies are very cute. They're shaped like chessboards with alternating black and white squares. I crunch the cookie between my teeth, letting the sweetness fill my mouth. Well, what do you think? I think it would taste good with green tea. Green tea? Yuko giggles. You're just like an old woman. I like green tea. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't say there was. I just think it's cute. I'm not cute. You are. You're very cute. liar? Yuko gasps and presses one hand to her mouth as though scandalized. How could you accuse me of being a liar? I might be an idol, but I assure you, Ogawa Hana, I don't tell lies. The two of us begin to chat companionably for a while. Is that a word? Or rather, Yuko chats to me. I listen to her, nodding my head whenever it seems appropriate. Yuko talks so much, I think she could speak for 5 people. She's so bright and bubbly. She talks about her mother's cooking, her own exploits in high school, and shares anecdotes about her current career as a trainee idol. Most of these antics involve Hideki. Whenever Hideki comes up, Yuko's eyes start to shine. She sounds even more excited than usual. I wonder, maybe she likes him. They seem like quite a mismatched couple, the awkward, gangly Hideki and the brash but beautiful Yuko, but it's evident Yuko likes him. Maybe more than that. The whole while, the two of us pick at Mrs. Saejima's homemade cookies. They really are delicious. I'm happy spending time with Yuko, but at the same time, I can't stop thinking about Aiko. I need to try and steer the conversation around to Aiko and her original programmer, but I'm not sure how. Every time I open my mouth, another funny story occurs to Yuko, and she steamrolls right over me. I can't get a word in edgeways. She really is a formidable opponent. If this were an RPG, she'd have 6 bars of health. After a while, however, even Yuko seems to tire of talking. She starts to fish around in the pocket of her skirt and unearths a crumpled packet of cigarettes. You don't mind if I smoke, do you? It's fine. Thank goodness. At least you're not a boring worrywart like Hideki. Bet you'd get in trouble if anybody at Lyriq found out. Oh, please. Who cares about them? They'll all be fussing over Aiko right now. They always fuss over Aiko. She's the real moneymaker. I don't know why they bothered signing me on to begin with. Yuko sounds so bitter, I blink at her in confusion. I've never heard her sound so negative before. Not that I've spoken to her much. They signed you on because you're talented, I'm sure. Not compared to Aiko. She can do no wrong. She's literally an angel. I thought Sora and Tsubasa were inspired by angels. You know what I mean. Yuko waves one hand dismissively, a cigarette pinched between her fingertips. Aiko's always been Miss Perfect. Well, she was until she broke down yesterday. Aren't you worried about her? Hardly. Yuko lights the cigarette and brings it to her lips. She inhales slowly, savoring the sudden rush of nicotine before she exhales. A plume of smoke dances through the air, coiling in on itself like the tail of a rare, translucent snake. Honestly, I don't like Aiko very much. You don't like her? Can't stand her. Call it jealousy or whatever, but I've never liked virtual idols. After I became a trainee idol myself, though, I started to hate them. Hate? That's right. Yuko's eyes are hard and steely. I hate virtual idols, particularly Aiko. But why? Because virtual idols give people unrealistic standards. They expect us all to be as perfect as Aiko. If regular girls like me smoke or drink or have boyfriends, our so-called fans go berserk. They think we should be obedient little robots. Well, if they like robots so much, they can have robots. I'm not going to bow to their standards. At least, that's what I want to say, but I can't say that, of course, or I'd never make it as an idol. I have to do what I'm told. It's all so strict, I feel like I'm gonna suffocate. But I'll stick with it. I have to. I don't like giving up, and anyway, I've wanted to be an idol since I was a little girl. I've always wanted to sing and dance on a stage in front of hundreds of people. There's no point doing anything in life if it doesn't make you happy, but it's hard being satisfied when I'm not allowed to act like my real self. The only way to survive in this industry without losing your humanity is to not have any humanity to begin with, I guess. Yuko scowls. It must be easy for Aiko. She just has to pout and look pretty and people will fall over themselves. They worship her. But it's not like she's even trying. Not like me. Aiko's never been told she has to change herself to be an idol. She was built to match everybody's ideals from the beginning. When I see people obsessing over virtual idols but ignoring regular girls like me, or even worse, insulting us, it starts to sting. I hate it. I hate her. I stare at Yuko with wide eyes. I stare so hard my vision blurs and Yuko seems to split into 3. And to think, we were having such a pleasant time. Her mother's cookies were delicious and Yuko's stories were funny. She made me smile. She made me laugh. But this whole time, Yuko's hated Aiko. How could she? I know people aren't obliged to like the same things I like, but hearing Yuko talk so callously about something I love hurts. Hana. Okay, virtual idols like that aren't a real thing yet, but the problems Yuko is talking about are very real problems in the idol industry and, like, idol fan culture. And not just, like, pop idols. It applies to all kinds of celebrities and anybody with a spotlight. Like, oh my god, there are voice actors who had their careers destroyed for like a decade plus because they were seen with a man once. And stuff like that. Like, it's ridiculous. Hey, Hana. Like, I fully side with Yuko here. She's right. Yuko's eyes soften. You're not a fan of Aiko, are you? I'm one of her biggest fans. Is this symbol on her shirt here not Aiko's, like, logo or whatever? Yuko takes another drag on her cigarette. She purses her lips and exhales the smoke. It swirls about her head like a wreath before disappearing in the air. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. It's fine. I'm not offended. We all have different opinions, I guess. But it still hurts. I'm not sure if I'll be able to look at Yuko the same way again. Not after she spoke so passionately about hating something I love. But I do understand her feelings. Thanks to Aiko's overwhelming success, it's getting harder and harder for idols like Yuko to get into the entertainment industry. People don't want real girls with real flaws. They want robots. Exactly. Robots can't let you down. They don't get into scandals. They can't. They're incapable of it. But that doesn't mean Aiko doesn't try hard. I know she does. She cares about her fans, and when she thanked everybody on stage for supporting her, I believed her. I still do. Aiko reached out to me. She asked me to help her. She's in danger. I have to try. Hana? What? Yuko looks at me imploringly. Her eyes are wide. You're killing me here. What do you mean? You look so sad. You're making me feel like a kitten murderer or something. I know you wouldn't do something like that. You're a nice person, Yuko. I don't know. Yuko sighs. She stubs out her cigarette in a rose-shaped ashtray by the side of her bed. Maybe I am jealous of Aiko, I admit it. Like I said, I'm not the kind of person who lies. I'm honest with my feelings. She's super popular, and I'm super not. I'm not even a proper idol yet. I'm still a trainee. Maybe I don't have any right to complain about her. Aiko's never done anything bad to me. I don't even know if she knows I exist. I know it's childish, but I still hate her. I can't help myself. I know, and I understand, but no matter what you say, I love Aiko. I don't think I'll ever stop loving her. Well, that's fine. Let's agree to disagree. Only, is there anything I can do to cheer you up? Any way to show I'm sorry? Well, I glance at my backpack. It's lying innocuously on the floor by the side of Yuko's bed. I have my music player stashed inside that bag, filled with Aiko songs, of course, a packet of tissues, and an old notebook. There's rose-scented hand soap, some chewing gum, a wad of old receipts from the nearby convenience store that have started to disintegrate, and the tablet. The tablet filled with Aiko's files. Again, the mysterious character crosses my mind. You. Just who could that be? I was wondering, do you know any of the programmers who work at Lyriq? The programmers, huh? Yuko wrinkles her nose. She looks thoughtful. Not really. Not by name. There's no reason for me to talk to them. I'm not a robot, and I don't need regular maintenance checks. I figured. But I can't let myself get discouraged now. Then, do you know anybody with the character you in their name? You? Yeah, written like this. Okay, I was about to say, there's who knows how many characters that can be read as you. So, I fish my notebook from my bag and write the character down. Yuko examines it, one hand beneath her chin. My name starts with that character. I know. That's why I came to see you, actually, though it's probably a coincidence. It means gentle, doesn't it? That's right. I don't know if I suit my name all that well. Do you know anybody at Lyriq with this character in their name? Yuko shakes her head. I don't know that many people at Lyriq, Hana. Like I said, I'm not a proper idol. I'm just a trainee. I know some of the other trainee idols and some members of the PR team, but that's it. Whenever I have a question, I usually get told to ask Hideki about it, like he'll know. I thought you liked Hideki. I do like him, but he's not the most reliable person. He tries, but whatever. Why are you asking me all of these weird questions? Well, I look at my bag. The tablet is still stashed away inside. Should I tell Yuko about it? Honestly, despite that little rant she just went on, I feel like this is something we can trust her with. I feel like we can trust her to help. We'll tell her about the tablet. If you really want to know, yesterday at the convention, I actually, well, I fidget. Discussing this is even harder than I thought it'd be. I'm only talking to Yuko, but I suddenly feel like I'm facing a judge in court. My palms start to sweat. I wipe them on my thighs. Yes? Yuko leans in a little closer. What did you do, Hana? Did you kill him, Han? No! I bite my lower lip. Maybe it would be easier to show Yuko what I did rather than tell her. I unzip my bag with trembling fingers and remove the offending object that's been weighing so heavily on my mind. The tablet. The tablet that I stole. What's this? Yuko looks at it curiously. It has the Lyriq logo on it. That's right. Hana, does this belong to Lyriq? It does, but yesterday at the convention, I might have liberated it. Liberated? Yuko raises an eyebrow. I don't know what it is exactly, but you definitely shouldn't have it. If anybody sees it, you could get into huge trouble. I know, I had to take it. This tablet contains all of Aiko's files. What? How could this tablet contain Aiko's files? It does. I took it from Misaki yesterday during the AIdol Fest, when all the lights blacked out. I remember that. The thing is, Aiko's been contacting me the last couple of weeks. She told me there was a serious problem with her files, and only her original programmer can help her. I took the tablet for Aiko's sake. I'm doing this for her. Because she's important to me. When I was looking through the files, I happened to find this character buried deep inside her framework. Like some kind of signature, I guess. The character was you, like the one in your name. That's why I came here. That was just a coincidence. I don't know anything about Aiko's programmer. I know, but since you work at Lyriq, I thought you might be able to help me. I glance at her hesitantly. Can you? Hana, I'm just a trainee idol. I shouldn't be messing around with something important like this. It could cost me my career. In fact, you shouldn't be messing around with this either. It's confidential. I know that, but you might think you're helping, but you're not. You're going to make things worse. Much, much worse. I don't know if the real Aiko has really been contacting you, but you shouldn't have stolen this tablet. Her files are valuable. If they got leaked anywhere, it'd be a disaster. You could end up in prison. I gasp. I knew that was a possibility when I stole the tablet, of course, but it didn't really feel real to me. Not like it does now. Prison. I could go to prison. This tablet is bad news. Why did you have to bring it here? I'm sorry. You say that, but sorry won't help you now. God. Yuko sighs. She folds her arms and taps one foot against the ground. She looks agitated. Damn, I thought she would be helpful, but, Alright, I'll tell you what. I'll take this tablet over to Lyriq's headquarters right now. They're the only people who can help Aiko. But Aiko said they haven't been helping her. She needs her original programmer, or... Cut it out, Hana. You're not an employee at Lyriq. You're just a teenage girl who got in over your head. You have no idea what you're doing. You save Aiko? Don't be ridiculous. It's not possible. We have to give the tablet back. There are no other options. But I'll probably get in trouble. They'll want to know why I have the tablet in the first place. They'll ask all sorts of questions. They might even fire me, but... Yuko shakes her head. Oh well, I have to try. But Yuko! Stop it. Yuko picks up the tablet. Her long, manicured fingers curl about it protectively. I'm trying to clean up after the mess you made, Hana. The least you could do is thank me. Right, I'm heading off now. I don't want to look at this thing another second longer. You can come with me, or not. You don't have to. But don't try and stop me. If you do, I really will be mad. Yuko puts the tablet in one of her own bags and slings it over her shoulder. Then she exits her bedroom. Damn, I really thought she would help. All I can do is watch her retreating back, as both Yuko and the tablet get further and further away. So does Aiko's future. I don't know how I know, but I just know, full well, If Yuko gives that tablet back to Lyriq, it'll be all over. Aiko will never be able to return to her former days of glory. She'll get shut down, but I can't do anything. My body is frozen with fear. I can't even budge a fingertip. All I can do is apologize. I'm sorry, Aiko. I really am sorry. Shit, is this a bad end? That's ending number 3? Bruh. Okay, so we managed to dodge 2 bad ends. That's cool. But, okay, we're gonna still do the same thing, except we're gonna not tell her about the tablet. In the end, I decide to keep quiet. Even if I told Yuko, there's nothing she can do to help. Like she said, she's just a trainee idol. She might work at Lyriq, but she doesn't know any of the programmers. Showing her the tablet won't change anything. It's nothing, really. I was just being weird. Oh, well, if you're sure. But Yuko doesn't sound convinced. Fortunately for me, she decides to let the topic slide. Hey, Hana, I like chatting with you, but don't you think it's a little stuffy in my room? Maybe because you were smoking with the windows closed. That's what I think, but I don't say it. I don't know Yuko well enough to make sassy comments about her lifestyle choices. I guess it's a little warm. That's right, it's such a beautiful day. Why don't we go out somewhere? Where? I don't know, you decide. Me? Yeah, you said you wanted green tea earlier, so maybe we could go to a cafe. I usually go to Moonbox, but I'm sure there are lots of cool independent places I don't even know exist. Yuko smiles a small, self-deprecating smile. And I complain about Aiko. I'm just as much a slave to corporate culture as everyone else. I think everybody shops at these brand name stores. We can't help it. It's just like so much more convenient. I always know what I'll be getting when I order a frappe at Moonbox, you know? I know. Not that I go to Moonbox very often. It's too crowded for me. I don't go to many cafes, actually. The only one I've been to during the last couple of weeks is that small one by the Kokusai Center, the Virtual Net Cafe. Would Yuko like it there? I don't know. It is an idol-themed cafe, after all, and it's specifically devoted to virtual idols. I know how Yuko feels about those. There wasn't any idol paraphernalia on the walls, but even so... Come to think of it, that's where I first met Hideki. And as for the barista... What was his name again? Sato Yuichiro! Ah! I gasp. All of a sudden, everything falls into place. Sato Yuichiro. There are a lot of ways you can write his name, but one of them is with these characters. It contains the same character as Yuko's name. It's the same character that appeared in Aiko's files. What if he's the one I'm looking for? Hey, Hana, did you think of somewhere good to go? But I can hardly hear Yuko. My heart is pounding too hard. Sorry, Yuko. I scramble to my feet, disturbing the covers of Yuko's pale pink bed. I have something I need to do. But Hana, I thought we were hanging out. We were, but I suddenly remembered something. What? Yuko looks unconvinced. You're not mad at me because I said those things about Aiko, are you? No, I'm not mad. I was upset, but not mad. But this isn't about that. What is it about, then? I can't tell you right now. I'm in a hurry. I'll talk to you later, okay? Oh, well, if you're sure. I'm going now. Tell your mother her cookies were delicious. I hope we can hang out some other time. I feel a bit bad about leaving so suddenly, but there's something I have to do. I have to talk with Sato Yuichiro. I think I'm onto something here. I don't know what exactly, but it's definitely something big. You! It's you! You're you! Pardon me? Yuichiro sets the glass he was cleaning to one side and frowns. I stand before him, my chest rising and falling beneath the fabric of my favorite shirt. My face is a little flushed and my hair is mussed up. I spent the entirety of the train journey here tapping my feet against the floor impatiently. When I finally reached the right stop, I ran all the way here. It's a good thing this cafe is only 5 minutes away from the station, because I'm not the most athletic girl and all that exercise has destroyed me. I feel it. I must look like a beetroot. I gasp, bending forwards, and press my hands against my knees. Miss, are you alright? I'm fine. But I'm not. There's nothing fine about me. There's nothing fine about this situation. My lungs feel like they're on fire. You really were eager to get here, Yuichiro smiles kindly. I think he's trying to make a joke out of it, but I can tell he's confused by my grand entrance. It's a good thing I'm the only person here, or this would be even more embarrassing. Did you like the service here so much you just had to come again? It's not that. I just... You're you, aren't you? What do you mean? Your name, Yuichiro. You have the character you in your name. I remembered. I point to his name tag. He glances down, frowning. Oh, you did? Well, that's very kind of you. Most people don't recall the names of their baristas, much less how to spell them. Yes, it stuck out to me. I thought my name was rather ordinary myself. It is. Well, as you're here, you might as well have something to drink. No, thank you. Then why are you here, miss? It's Hana. Miss Hana? It seems like quite a waste. I came here because... Because of this! So saying, I take the Lyriq tablet from my bag and place it on the desk before Yuichiro. This is gonna be humiliating if we don't have the right person. It's pretty light on the ground in here. Sheena is still feeling under the weather, and Maeda had to attend a wedding on the other side of the country. She won't be back for a few days. I get that, but... Hideki glances around the PR office. It's so quiet one could almost hear a pin drop, which seems bizarre. Ever since Hideki read the headline in the newspapers that morning, he's been unable to stop shaking. Yep. Of course it would get out. He knew it would get out. Any news related to virtual idols goes global within a matter of minutes, particularly when things go wrong. It's always the bad news people obsess over, never the good. People love despair and misery. Thanks to that headline, the PR team are going to be busier than usual. At least they should be. So why is Sayuri the only one here? Where's Kenji? After everything that happened yesterday, I think he's going to be taking 1 or 2 days off. Yesterday, huh? Hideki ponders. He wasn't around to witness Kenji and Misaki's argument, but he heard about it from Ryoichi. Misaki stole the tablet. Horie Misaki. Hideki doesn't know Misaki well, but he's vaguely familiar with her from her days as a model. She had a sweet, youthful face. Kenji must be quite upset about it. Misaki, too. She spent the night sleeping in a spare futon on my bedroom floor. Oh? Are you and Misaki friends? Ever since college. Sayuri shakes her head. I told her dating Kenji was a mistake, but she didn't listen to me. I'm impressed she managed to stay with him for so long. I don't think I'd be able to last 5 minutes. It's a good thing Kenji wouldn't consider dating you then, isn't it? Yeah, I guess I'm pretty lucky. Hideki glances about the office. He runs a hand through his hair. Well, I know Kenji doesn't like me very much, and he can be kinda grumpy, but I hope he's alright. I hope so too. Kenji isn't a bad person, per se. He's more of a coward. A coward? Kenji? He acts tough, like a lot of men do, but it's just a front. He's quite sensitive deep down inside. I think that's what drew Misaki to him. She saw something beneath the surface a lot of people don't. But, well, this is for them to work out, not me. Even though Misaki is staying in your home, Misaki isn't without her flaws either. And what are those? She snores. She does? Horie Misaki, the model? She sounds like a freight train. It's horrifying. I thought you looked tired. Well, it's because of that and the Aiko situation. And what about Ryoichi? Where's he? With the tech team. He's trying to find a way to trace the location of the missing tablet. Oh shit. Ah, makes sense. Hideki looks at Sayuri. Her face is pale and there are deep bags beneath her eyes. She looks so defeated. Is this the power of Horie Misaki's snoring? It must be a truly destructive force. Do you want me to make you a coffee? I thought the espresso machine was broken. And Hideki was the one who broke it. His cursed fingers seem to short-circuit every electronic device he touches. Hideki blushes. It was broken, but I think Ryoichi got somebody to fix it before the AIdol Fest. He said we'd need it. That was unusually forward-thinking of him. Well, if you don't mind, I'd be more than happy to accept your generous offer. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I think I could use the energy. Right, I'll whip you something up right away. Hideki makes his way to the espresso machine when... Alright everyone, listen up. The door to the office is thrown open and Ryoichi enters with a dramatic flourish. Like Sayuri, he looks a touch worse for wear. His skin is pale and his eyes dark from lack of sleep, but he walks with a spring to his step. It must be good news. We're going on a business trip. A trip? You can step away from the espresso machine, Hideki. We can pick up some better coffee in situ. Where are we going? Did you manage to track the location of the tablet? Ryoichi grins. Wouldn't you like to know? Shit, fuck. I'm sorry, but I don't have the time for this. I have work to do. I know, but listen to me. I did listen. I heard your story, and intriguing though it is, I think you have the wrong person. But it said you in Aiko's files. That has to be you. Hana, look, I know you care about Aiko, and I sympathize with your plight. I'm rather fond of Aiko myself, but I'm not a programmer. I work at a cafe. An idol-themed cafe? Because that's what sells. Idols are popular. But I just thought... that character... It's just a coincidence. But... Don't you know how many people in Fukuoka have you in their names? It's very commonplace. There must be hundreds upon hundreds, maybe even thousands. It's a big place. There's a lot of people. He's right, of course. I know he's right. This was just a wild stab in the dark. I got excited when I discovered the connection and raced off to the... well, not scene of the crime, but Yuichiro's cafe in an instant. I thought I'd connected the dots. You didn't connect shit. Solved the equation. Discovered the truth. Evidently not. In real life, things don't work out quite that easily. Right. I'm sorry. I take the tablet and turn it off. I thought showing Yuichiro some of the files on this device would make him talk, provided, of course, that he really is Aiko's programmer, but he remained tight-lipped and unresponsive. He's been tight-lipped, his expression stony and dour, ever since I showed him the tablet. I guess I was just getting in his way. I hope I didn't bother you too much. It's fine, Hana. You came all this way because you love Aiko, right? It's understandable, and I admire your perseverance. Really, I do. I'm sorry there's not more I can do to help. No, it's fine. I was jumping to conclusions. I got a bit too excited, I guess. I'm the one who should be sorry. I really am. Don't look so down. You should never apologize about caring. We all need to care for others a little bit more. Tell you what, I can give you something to go if you want. A hot chocolate on the house. How does that sound? Oh no, I couldn't. It's alright, I insist. It's my way of apologizing. You have nothing to apologize for. I'm the one who inconvenienced you. But I couldn't help you. I know this isn't what you came here for, but I make quite good hot cocoa. It's the least I can do, really. Well, if you're sure. I'm sure. I won't be a minute. Oh boy. I take a seat at the nearest table. I set the tablet on the table and my bag on the floor. Yuichiro hums as he sets to work. His fingers move swiftly and skillfully. I tilt my head to one side, elbow on the table, hand supporting my skull, and watch him. Of course he isn't a programmer. He's a barista. The two professions are worlds apart. How can preparing warm drinks be comparable to programming a popular high-class idol like Aiko? People can have multiple sets of skills, Hana. But he really is good with his hands. His movements are deft. He doesn't waste a single motion. Watching him is almost hypnotizing. It's as I'm thinking this that the bell over the door jingles. A new customer? No. 3 new customers. Oh boy. That's it. That's really it. The tablet. What did I tell you? I'm never wrong. Customers that I recognize. I've seen them before. I saw them at the AIdol Fest. It's 3 members of the PR team. Hideki, Sayuri, and Ryoichi. They're looking at me. I look back at them. The tablet must have some kind of tracking device built in. It must have activated the moment I switched it on. Now they've come for me. Maybe Aiko's involvement yesterday interfered with the tracking device and intercepted the signals. But without Aiko's aid, my location was exposed. I swallow. So that's the end of that. They'll take the tablet, and maybe I'll get arrested, and everything will come to an end. I'm sorry, Aiko. I really am sorry. Oh? Well. Look who it is. But Ryoichi, to my surprise, is no longer looking at me. He's staring at the counter. No, beyond the counter. At the person behind it. He's looking at... Yuichiro. Interesting. Maybe we do have the right guy after all. But that is going to be something we find out next time. So, I'll see you guys next time.